Ta-da. Yeah. You were like, I don't care what the second opinion is. Do 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 do.
Warning. The following podcast episode is a couple of the same old jerk-offs talking about happenings in the axe-throwing world. It is meant to be informative, but can sometimes be downright boring. If you get bored, that's okay. You can stop watching, because someone else might find this informative. The opinions discussed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of our peers or any axe-throwing organization. We hope you enjoy the show.
I gotta go to bed. Right. Yeah, it was good. Oh, I do have. I got a couple of them over here. These were pretty cool. Probably gonna try and use them again. Yeah. Oh no. Uh, but okay, but you can hear me. Well, that's all that's really important. Yay, you can hear me. All right. Well, Kyle's gonna work on that. I think we normally do that thing where we do like a test. I don't think we did it. Uh, yeah. Did you just reset? Yeah, I can hear you. So like your mic is working. It's got to be a OBS. Well, it's just your mic isn't what's actually selected in OBS then.
Yep.
So just change your...
For whatever reason, I think now people can hear me.
Okay. Say a magic word that people wouldn't know, and then see if they can type it back to you.
There we go. Yep, that's what it did. For some reason, it did that on the cameras too. It switched everything over. So okay, now we can hear me. Okay. Did you? Hopefully, you guys heard the intro video. That should have probably been working.
Yeah,
Was there audio when you heard the intro?
maybe. They'll figure it out.
Yep. Justin Reese says
Oh,
yep. So
I'm
cool.
fine.
All right. So I apologize. I should have checked that first. We were in a hurry because I was trying to get on here after Knife League and we were trying to talk about what we were going to talk about. We pulled everything together really fast today, and I just didn't check my board. So sorry about that. But what you missed was welcome to another episode of Sit Your Axe Down. It's episode 20. We're going to talk about a handful of things on here. What I did mention was Lucas's trophy right over there. And actually, this is Lucas's trophy too, because somebody forgot to give that to him when he won the World Knife Throwing Championships, and so somehow it ended up in my office. So, yep.
Yeah, so Mile High Madness was good. We got to see a lot of firsts, which was cool. Not first, well, some first places, but we had our first international throwers that qualified for the
Hang
AmChamp.
on. First, not first. Oh, that qualified for AmChamps.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were going somewhere else. I was like,
Yeah, get it together.
Canada's international.
No. Well, I guess Canada did have people that have already qualified.
First,
our
Asia Pacific,
Our first not from this,
continental U.S. Yeah,
I
or
mean,
continental America.
yeah, like not from North America.
North America. There we go.
Canada, or any of the places around here, okay? First people from overseas.
Hey, there we go.
All right. Yeah, we had our friends from Japan that came, and they threw them, really well. Earned their spot in the amateur championship coming up.
Hirochi and Kochiro.
Yes. Maybe said correctly, don't know. But close enough. Those are the people, so I don't know what time it is there. They're probably not watching, but I hope they,
They can
I
come
hope
and
they're
watch
able to
later.
get back for the championship. That'd be great. Did you just play
It
the
is.
intro again?
It is 11:08 a.m.
Oh, okay. Did you just play the intro again?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I just looked over and I was shooting basketball.
Oh, there's a delay on that.
Yeah, but that was like 45 minutes ago you played that.
Yeah, your computer must be slow in Tennessee.
Nah, I don't think so.
Is it one of those Mac things?
No.
That's the problem.
No, I'd already seen it happen once too.
I didn't push it twice. Did it play again, guys? Anybody? Anybody in the chat?
I don't know. I'm just telling you what I saw, okay? Oh, it's actually, I guess it's just my restream, because it's just now showing me pick up the trophy, but it says it's 5 minutes in.
Yeah. That the time that it's running shows correctly, but it is delayed.
It's like way screwed up then.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah.
Anyways, the other first was Hagen Gooden,
That's right.
first competitor that has earned a spot and also won a tournament. So I think that's pretty cool.
Won a tournament that wasn't a youth tournament.
Correct.
Yeah. Which is a really big deal. I was honestly kind of hoping that it would have been made to be a bigger deal than what it was, but
I mean, we're making it a big deal now. So if you didn't know, unfortunately there weren't a lot of photos of Hagen that they already had because he's a newer thrower, but he deserves
he's a
his
stud.
flowers.
He's a stud. We'll probably talk about some stuff a little bit later, but like we may need another survey to make sure 15 foot stays, because otherwise he's just going to beat everybody at 12 feet. So.
Yeah, I don't think you guys want You guys don't want the smoke from him.
No.
Usually we're tied or he's beating me if at half whenever I play against him. So
Yeah, he like averages 30 from the front.
average of like, I don't know, 40 from the front. Yeah, but that was Mile High Madness. Not a lot to go over as far as the actual tournament, but I think overall everything went well. Nice venue, etc. Um, skills was fun again
Yeah.
to kind of open things up and
Yeah,
do
still
things.
kind of fleshing out some of the rules there, but yeah.
Yeah, I think for the most part they're kind of set as far as unless we have some other cool idea soon.
Yeah.
Um, but next up will be ThrOhio.
Yep.
And you said tomorrow is the last day? Tomorrow at midnight?
11:59 p.m.
Sorry, 11:59.
11:59 p.m. tomorrow. Tickets close. Last chance. ThrOhio.
Don't be like me and miss out or Kyle and miss the previous last day to sign up.
And I still have yet to sign up. It's actually on my screen right now. It just said don't sign up without your duels partner, and I'm waiting for confirmation on that. So
Yeah, so that's coming up. Also that weekend on Thursday, there's a women's tournament at Axe House Cleveland.
yeah, Tabitha
That's
Waddlehead
Thursday
Judge is hosting that, right?
6:30, Thursday 6:30, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I assume they're going to post some more info about that soon, so be on the lookout for that. Maybe that was supposed to be a secret as of now. I don't know for sure, but it's
yeah, we
happening.
didn't flesh that out either before.
Yeah,
we,
I didn't ask. I had heard it was a thing. So if it's not a thing, then just
all advertising is good advertising, I think. So.
yeah. Maybe there's going to be a women's tournament, maybe not. I don't know.
Tabitha, when you watch this later, you can get
Yeah.
mad at us if we let the cat out of
Let
the
me
bag.
know if I screwed that up for you. And
Tribal.
then next up for Throw Pros.
Mike said it's been posted public, so we are good.
Okay. Whew. Thought we might have screwed that one up. Didn't even consider it till it came out of my mouth. All right. Next up for Throw Pros. Tribal X.
Neptune Cup.
Yep.
That is our next event. So get your tickets in a couple of months or a couple of weeks.
I think we might be able to post. I think I'm just waiting on maybe like a logo from them to finish up the website. I updated a couple of things a day or two ago, so should be pretty much ready to go. I made the form.
Yeah, if you guys are wondering about the schedule, it'll probably be virtually identical to the schedule we did for Mile High Madness.
Yeah, unless something crazy happens and we get like way more people, we might move a couple of things around, but for the most part, that's going to be the schedule that we try to do at tournaments, unless there's like a request from the venue itself to do things differently. That's what we have found works really well and gives some flexibility as far as how many people sign up and things like that. So
for sure,
that's what we're going to stick with. Friday is
knives
and knife duels.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hatchet on Saturday, Big Axe
duels, hatchet duels on Sunday.
Yep.
So.
And then skills will probably be Friday morning.
Yeah, probably Friday morning, unless
like early afternoon. Let's say
there's something else I want to do, but yeah, probably Friday midday.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Friday midday.
And all right, cool. That was a quick 15-minute update on all the things going on and coming up, and now we're gonna get in the meat and potatoes.
Yeah, so we got a whole whopping 12 people. So
now we got 12 people on Facebook. We got one person
13,
on Twitch, and we got 2 people on YouTube.
All right, so the 15 to 20 of you that are watching, hopefully you're one of the 767 people that filled out the survey. And if you aren't one of those people like me, that I did not fill out the survey, then
Yeah,
um,
me either.
and you haven't read any of the stuff, then we're just gonna go over it briefly. I mean, I'm not gonna read this whole thing to everybody or anything, but there were a couple of points that kind of stuck out to me that I found interesting, and a couple of things, the just personal thoughts about the survey in general. So, um,
Here's a quick question or comment though. Like, I think at the end of the day, because both of us did not fill out the survey,
maybe we're not
um,
going to talk about it.
we our ultimately is it's just us discussing this. We're not saying that we have necessarily a harsh opinion on it because we didn't give our opinions on it. So don't change anything because we're saying anything. But if that makes any sense, but we're just going to talk about it. Talk about what we. I think we did swap sides from the original because you were on the one side and I was over here, and then the other stuff was below us, and yeah, I think it's just, he may not have watched the last one. We're on the same sides as we were for the last one, but
Oh, I have no,
two times ago.
I haven't really paid attention to it. I think we should do top and bottom next time. Really mix them up. Corners.
Might make some people excited. We go top and bottoms. I don't know.
Yeah,
Probably a whole
that's a
people
different
out there be very excited for that. But
Yeah. All right. So survey.
the survey.
Yeah. But what were you saying about it? Because I was busy typing back there.
Essentially, I was saying that this wasn't asking for votes; it was just asking for opinions. But like when you vote or when you don't vote, like for political stuff, usually like you don't want to hear somebody like make a bunch of complaints because they didn't vote. Well, you didn't vote. You didn't want to say anything.
Yeah.
Why do you get to say it now? But I guess this was more of an opinion thing. Like I didn't have an opinion one way or the other whether something was good or bad. And just it is what it is, and I'm going to do it. So I didn't fill it out for that reason. But
I think it's a little different too because it would be different if we then. I think it's different if we complain, assuming that there is a rule change. We then complain about that rule change, and we're like, "Oh, I can't believe they did that." And then it's like, "Well, you didn't even vote." So,
yeah,
and it really wasn't voting; it was a survey. So, a little different, but maybe we're not allowed to talk on it. I don't know because we didn't fill it out. But either way, I'm going to.
Yeah.
I think my preface to all of the survey things are that I'm just not really sure that it is the best way to make a decision for anything, just because I don't.
For me, I think it's hard. It's hard
People
to.
we talked about earlier.
I think that if you had somebody who creates surveys for like a living, I would be willing to bet that if you told them, hey, we're going to create this survey and it's going to be full of just like you just answer open-ended stuff, and then we're going to compile this data in a pretty short amount of time realistically, and we're going to come up with a full data set of results based off of these open-ended questions, they'd probably go, that's a really bad way to do it in a short amount of time. I feel like they would need way more time to flesh through these open-ended questions to really dig into the answers. And realistically, you're just reading text. You're not getting tone and stuff like that. So
Yeah, well, I also think like with the information that people probably gave, there could be like a question that you have to get more information about what they were saying that wasn't really necessary. Like as soon as you said like, "Oh, I don't like 15 foot." Oh, okay. Do you throw 15 foot? No. Okay. Why do you not throw 15 foot? Oh, okay. You chose to not throw 15 foot because you hate it, or you don't throw 15 foot because the highest score you've ever thrown from 12 foot is 42, or you can't throw 15 foot because your venue doesn't allow. I mean, there would be so many follow up questions to get good data, I think, from it. from some of the questions. Now, there's a lot of data out there. I mean, there's obviously a lot of complaints that you do see online, but I think there's becoming to be more positive
Yeah, yeah.
responses as
I've seen a
well.
lot of people's responses on the survey results is like, look, hey, I didn't like this before, but I tried it and I've been practicing, and hey, you should do the same. Maybe
Yeah,
you'd change your mind.
I mean, it grows on you, right? But
Sure.
I mean, after league tonight, I also hate 15 foot.
Absolutely.
I
I
only
sucked this
I
week.
was I was 3 for 8 on kills. I kept missing by like a quarter of an inch or something. But that's just how it goes. That's
Yeah.
part of it.
Yeah,
So
I was so confident after my first two games. I was like, sweet, I'm gonna end up like the same because I switched this season to throwing kills from the back, and the last two games were not so cool.
I think I had like a 42 or a 58. Those were my options.
Uh, I had like low 50s, and then I had two games like 53, 52, or 53, 51, and then like I threw like a 42, and I feel like I threw like my worst game was like I
My
threw
knife
a,
was
like a
that.
God, I hate 15 feet after this, but I also don't
Yeah.
think they should remove it. It's just how I felt on Wednesday whenever I sucked. So
I'm indifferent, honestly. Like I
there you go.
don't. My take on the whole thing, and in the least, uh, take it however you want. My plan is whatever the rules are.
I'm
I'm
gonna
just gonna throw that.
yeah.
I would like for the game to be fair, and I would like for it to be more exciting. I think is ideal because my favorite two disciplines are probably duels and knives, and not knife duels, surprisingly. I just don't. I think six is maybe too many, but I do like knife because it's every game is different, and I like duels because almost not every duels game is different.
What do you mean six is too
Um,
many?
the six is too many knives.
Oh, sure.
Word, and I don't actually think it's probably too many. It's just I don't know. It's just chaotic. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna throw whatever the rules are. There, I would just like for it to be competitive. I wouldn't mind if it was more exciting. Also, really wouldn't mind if it was in some way shorter. Like maybe it would mean that your misses are not as uh, that they don't have as much of a change. Like you can have a miss and still win because maybe you lose that game because it's a shorter game, but you have more of those games. So I don't know. I think there's just a bunch of different things. I mean, I think right now we're only, tip of the iceberg as far as what, the game could be. I mean, there could be other games, there could be different target, there could be,
Yeah, like
all these
I
things that
think
just,
that it's weird to also bring out this type of survey like in between, like literally in the smack dab in the middle of our year. Like we haven't even given this an entire year. I feel like if they did no survey and went to the end of this year, like maybe it would be a totally different survey because you've got an entire year worth of data and tournaments and things like that under the new rules to really have a good amount of data.
yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely different. I can see why they want to do it now, just so that
Oh
they
sure.
can start to plan for, you know, the next year and whatever changes, if there are changes that they are going to do. But
Yeah, it was good to see also a lot of people defending. There were a couple of pretty heavily negative um, posts on different social media things, and it was nice to have a lot of people like coming to support Waddle for once. Like for hey, you guys showed us all this data that you came up with from this survey. So that was kind of nice to see some people stand up for Waddle rather than just constantly bash and tear down.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Yeah, it is there are more people that are more interested in throwing it now. But yeah, I mean I don't think that I mean I really don't have the answers for it, honestly. But a couple of the things that I found interesting were additional aim goals was the favorite thing that people had. But it was also the third least favorite thing that people had, which I think is interesting. Although it is only 13% in that part of
Yeah.
the survey, it would be nice to know what the various other least favorite things are, which was 25% on that part of the survey. Let's see.
Also liked how you handled one of the comments online. I think you said something like you responded to somebody and were like, "What's you?" Maybe you said, "I don't know what the change should be." I like how you always word it that way. Like you don't know what it should be, but
I want to hear ideas. I mean, that's why I made that post. I want to hear what other people think. I mean, I didn't really want it to turn into the 15-foot rule sucks and get rid of that. I was hoping more for like ideas on how there could continue to be two divisions and the game could be slightly progressive and different. Because, I mean, a really easy fix for all of this is okay, let's get rid of 15 foot and let's go back to one division. I think that immediately kills a whole group of people that have, at least for this year, gotten a really nice opportunity to, excel and podium and not go 0-2 immediately, etc.
yeah, I think that's been one of the best things for me. I mean, I feel like when we did PLS last year and we did the AM tournament we did a tribal was the first one we did, right?
Correct.
And we did Throw Nation after that. Like it was, I think that was like tribal was so cool, especially because the way we scheduled it so we did a little different. We let like the top 5 AMs enter into the pro division, which was different than what they do now. But like, it was really cool having everybody have everybody there for the AM finals, which is something that doesn't really happen. Like, now, like when you go to the an advanced tournament, it's a ghost town afterwards. Like, you got nobody watching you unless it's ESPN. And so like, that was cool to have people actually there watching, cheering, and so that was cool to see the start of that, and then where it's gone this year with AM and going into AM champs. Like, I think that's been a huge high point for the new rules and the changes. That I think like if you just remove 15 feet, I feel like it could just hurt things. And you remove 15 feet, like Lucas is going to throw 364s next week at League, so.
I'll probably only get like 2, but no, I mean, yeah, I do think that current AM rules I've only thrown in 2 tournaments, and one of them was very few people, but I had 2 or 3 chances. I've had just as many chances in AM as I have in advanced 15 foot at throwing a 64, but I've gotten 62s and 60s with those opportunities. So yeah, I do think if that was the rule change, that you would see a 64 probably. I don't know, you'd probably see 10 the first season.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Not from me. I'm not throwing 10 of them. I'm just saying 10 overall. I'm not gonna throw 10.
Does anybody know how many 64s Lucas threw last year in Hatchet, except for Tyler Flynn?
Nobody does.
Anybody? Lucas, do you know who threw the second most 64s last year?
Dylan.
Do you know how many there were?
I don't like it. It was less. I know that.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
So like this is just a silly like tangent, but like Lucas almost like doubled the next person in like second place in 64s last year. That is a crazy stat, and I don't know if any like it was over 100, right?
I had like right at 100 in league,
Sure.
but yeah,
It's a crazy stat. Sorry, that just when we were talking about these, it just kind of
that's neither here nor there. But
Yeah.
I
Crazy
think
tangent,
you
sorry.
would see a lot of people doing that with the other rules, and I think it would go back to being fairly boring to watch. But it's not really about watching, so I don't really care about that part of it necessarily. It does make the game a lot more boring to compete in because it's almost just waiting for 9 and 10 at that point. I think it's also then way harder to come back.
Yeah,
So if you go with
I
three,
think that's what I kind of like about the new rules is that like
yeah,
you do have to think about it. You have to. It is strategic. I saw somebody comment and say something like, "The new rules are, it's so hard to play now," and I'd found that like very odd because like it's really not hard to play. It's just you have to use your brain a little bit more. So I that was an odd comment. I feel like I saw. But
hey Sean, shut up. Just kidding. No, I don't think we should go back to kills only open on 5 and 10 again. I don't think that would be any fun because a
yeah,
lot of games were over after throw 5.
sure, that's very true.
But
Are we done? Are we done talking about survey?
speaking of that,
Are we done talking about survey?
yeah, I don't. Just not a lot to say about it. I mean, if the survey, if you like the data from it, it's all great.
Okay, hang on one sec. Before we start the next thing, we have
No,
14, 15. We have 16 people watching. Anybody watching throw axes during COVID in 2020, during quarantine?
or before.
Sorry.
Or, yeah.
Did anybody throw in the QATL? Show of hands. If you didn't throw, just say no.
No,
I did.
I did.
Mike, you
I
started
did
it.
for part of it.
Started after, okay.
All right, all right.
Built a range in my... There we go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Nope.
I built one under my carport. It's still there. I just threw on it yesterday. I did a little aim game.
Did you change the boards?
I put the aim games boards up that I drew like over a month ago, and they were so hard. I dropped the first like 12 axes.
I was gonna say the target you had up in under your carport, like they had to be like damn near petrified.
Oh, they're like they've shrunk so much. The gap between each board is like an inch. So
Nice.
all right, we got a lot of
So
those,
we got a lot of no's,
which is exciting.
So one of the things that was really cool about QATO, because like neither one of us went to a tournament before QATO, right? Or like before COVID happened.
Yeah, correct.
Our first tournaments was Ironside 2020.
Correct.
Both of us. Yep. Okay. So,
Okay,
I
well,
feel like. Go ahead.
Before you go into that, I had this thought in the shower like last weekend. Last weekend I was in Ohio for a 4th of July event.
Yep.
Tabitha's
Giants game.
party. Highly recommend. We also went to a baseball game. But I was in the shower before the morning of the event, and I have my best thoughts there. But so I'm, just hanging out in the shower. That's what I do most of the time. I just hang out and just get wet basically. But so I'm
That
hanging out
sounds awful
and
dirty.
yeah, I'm hanging out and I'm like, man, you know what would be really cool, and what I think that kind of got a lot of people into tournaments and into meeting people, etc., was Quaddle.
Yeah.
And maybe not Quaddle itself because I actually didn't do a lot of Quaddle. What I did was actually on like I think they
Saturdays
were
and
sometimes during the day, sometimes they were on Saturdays, but
yeah, like
Bradley did a tournament like every week, it
yeah.
seemed. Maybe more often than I don't even remember how often they were. But that is what got me into throwing. And also got me to meet a ton of people that I'd never actually met in real life, obviously, because I couldn't have gone to a tournament yet and hadn't gone to a tournament. And so later that night, I saw Tyler, and I was like, the cue
Quarantine.
for quarantine, yeah. So I talked to Tyler, and I was like, man, I have this really good idea. I just don't know, what anybody else would think about it. And we talked about it, and he thought it was, interesting. And then I went to the man himself, Mike Morton, and he for those that don't know, because well you wouldn't because you didn't throw in it, but Mike Morton was essentially him and Tristan and I think somebody else really did the maybe it was just the two of them. They
I think
formed.
Gavin might have been involved too,
Yeah,
maybe.
I'm not sure, but I know that Mike Morton was heavily involved
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
came up with essentially Waddle, and was doing a lot of back end stuff from. Yeah, Gavin did help. Okay, so the three of them were basically running their own league, the Quarantine Axe Throwing League. It was using the Waddle app, and in some cases, you would get your matchup. It would tell you who you were playing, and then you would get to meet this new person that obviously you don't know, or maybe you throw against somebody that you do, etc. There were a couple of divisions, I think. There was Big Axe, there was all this stuff. So that's what a lot of people got to do. Like I said, I didn't do a lot of that because I ended up traveling during quarantine because I didn't have any other way to make money. So I traveled, I worked somewhere else, actually in Denver,
Denver.
ironically, where we just were. But I worked there, so I didn't get to do that part. I missed out on like the states thing that
Oh yeah,
people did.
tournament of states. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get to
Global
participate.
team throwdown.
Yeah, I didn't get to do any of that stuff,
Yeah, I
but
did that too. That was
I
awesome. That
really
was fun.
enjoyed the tournament part where, you get matched up with somebody, you're just watching a bracket on Challenge, and now you're finding that person on Facebook, you're sending them a message, and you're like, hey, I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, that was the way John Bradley's tournaments went. Yeah.
Yeah. So then they FaceTime you or they message you on Facebook, video message, and you throw a match. Most of the time, you can't even see their target. It's just honor system. Because, like, I can't throw and watch my phone at the same time.
Yeah.
So you just have the camera set up, you have an AirPod in maybe, you're just talking, you're hanging out. Almost always that person's never standing at their target with their axe when they call you. So you're talking or, just filling dead space with talking about how they're doing, who they were just playing, et cetera, et cetera. So you're getting to know more about these people. And I think that was really
That was actually where we actually first met. It was virtually though.
probably, but
Because we threw a match. Remember, because I had this stupid idea. I still have the things. They're upstairs in their mezzanine. I had that stupid idea of like putting
oh, I already know what you're about to say.
those
Yeah,
trench things under the targets to catch the water under the
yeah.
targets. I never did a damn thing with those. They're still
Yep.
sitting up in
I
our.
do remember that now. I don't
Because I
remember
think you were just moving into your new venue at
correct.
that time. Because you were I could see the records on
Yeah.
the wall and stuff.
And I
So.
was like, oh, maybe we should get that too and do that. And let me know how it goes for you, blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
never did
He
anything.
was a
No,
liar.
I tried to do it one time and it was like, this is the stupidest idea I ever had. So,
Yeah.
but
So all of that said, I messaged Mike Morton, Kyle and Tyler on board from the Throw Pro side of things. And so coming soon, virtual axe throwing league. So it's going to be a little different. There's going to be, we're not going to, we had a lot of crazy ideas of things that we wanted to do. But we think we're going to just keep it simple for the most part. So we're going to have a lot more details coming soon. But overall, there's going to be a very small fee to sign up just so we can post all the stuff, do all the back end work. We're going to have a leaderboard. There are going to be some prizes. The prizes are, because we know that this is online, easy to cheat, easy to do whatever, the prizes are not going to be for who throws the best. The prizes are purely going to be participation based. So those that are participating will have an option to win a prize. It'll be random. Some of the prizes that we already have kind of locked in are we're going to be giving away from Throw Pros entry for different disciplines to our upcoming 2 tournaments. TIFF has some prize ideas as well that are going to be similar, stuff for youth and things like that. But basically, we're going to, try to, in a way, recreate a version of the Quarantine Axe Throwing League. Part of our goal is that people get back into, go visit their venue one night a week. Even if they're, if they're having their normal league night, they can do it then. You can go a different night and do it as well. If you live too far away from a venue, you can do it at your house if you need to.
Yep.
If you throw ITF, we're trying to work. We have a plan for how, you could throw against a wattle thrower using your ITF target if you needed to. Like if you're at a venue and you can't draw, different circles or targets, then you could still compete in some way. So we're kind of working through all of that right now as far as the specifics, but we're hoping that in August after ThrOhio, we can officially launch everything. We are going to have a limited amount of signups for the first season. So definitely, want to be on the lookout for that. But just want to be clear, it is going to cost money, but all of that money is not going to us. I'm not getting any. Kyle's not getting any. Tyler or Mike.
Just like the way we do our tournaments, we don't
Same thing as
we don't make any money on that stuff.
Does,
it's all
same
for
way that TIFF does.
yeah.
It's all going back to the community. So in some form or fashion, it will be to sponsor throwers in some way, help out at a tournament in some way, etc. So,
Yep.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it because I think it'll be really cool to see if it, helps with growth. It gives people a chance to throw. It gives somebody like even Hagen, for example. I know he has a target at home. I know, he would love to get to throw against more people.
Sure.
And it also will give an opportunity to where if you don't like 15 foot, don't throw from 15 foot. That's, up to you. If you feel like you need to practice 15 foot, then throw from 15 foot because it's up to you. Since you will be competing against the other person if you want to, but you can take it as serious or as not serious as you want and get out of it what you want to. And so if that's to practice 15, like I personally threw an entire marathon all from 15 foot because I need to practice 15. But if you don't care about 15 foot or you're an AM or you need to work on your 12 foot, then by all means throw everything from 12. So if you want to throw big X for it, go for it. If you want to throw amateur rules and tournament rules, but not tournament rules, however you want to do it, the goal is to just have there be the same scoring method. So a 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then a 6 and an 8. However you get there is up to you. You want to throw knives? Be my guest. But yeah, more on that to come. But that's the the thing that we have coming soon. So hopefully we'll have a little more info on it in the following weeks. We'll get to all see each other at ThrOhio next weekend, so we can really flesh out a few things in person. And then, yeah, we hope that venues, like Tasia just said, maybe they even schedule a night that they're like, hey, we're going to reserve these lanes for the people that are throwing in the virtual axe throwing league, and, help facilitate it in some way.
Yeah.
We might do games slightly different, but the target and things are what we're focused on, kind of keeping the same just to make it simple. So we want as many people to have an opportunity to compete as possible. And yeah, so hopefully people are excited about it, especially those that didn't get an opportunity to throw in that setting previously.
Yeah, I think it was really cool just from a building relationships kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because we, for the most part, I mean, axe throwing grew very exponentially post COVID, and a lot of that I think had to do with QATL and just people had a place to go and you could meet other people and have really build a relationship and it was the first time that I ever met Melody. What's crazy is she tells people all the time that the first time we met was during a QATL match, and it was actually the only time she said she's ever beaten me. And I told her that she was full of crap. She didn't beat me, no way. And sure enough, she had the stupid notebook that she kept the scores in.
And she did.
And she did beat me. She still had all of her scores from QATL that she was keeping, which was neat to see.
That's cool too, right? I mean,
yeah, I will say I kept a lot of my, because I did like paper printout scorecards, and I did have a lot of mine for a long time. But I've thrown them all away since then. But yeah, I think that maybe we could also add some stuff in there, because Tyler and Jay were the ones that did Global Team Throwdown. Maybe we could do another thing similar to that at some point as a part of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's an opportunity where if this goes well, this first season, I mean, we want to get this under our belt and make sure that all that goes well. But I mean, there's a lot of really cool things that could happen. I mean,
yeah, because I mean that was instrumental for me too, just meeting other people in the state at other venues and being able to, as a venue owner, like that's where I met Steve Middleton from Anarchy, who was my first duels partner, and that's where I met Ryan Gustin for the first time, was through Global Team Throwdown and all that. And Ryan's my duels partner now. And
I met essentially anybody that I know now that did throw Quaddle, I met through Quaddle. I mean,
yeah,
because I mean, I'd obviously never met John Bradley before, and I met him through that. I mean, anybody that threw in those tournaments, tons of IETF people that were throwing some version of it. I met through that. I never did well enough to probably meet a lot of the really good people at that point, but honestly, without COVID and those tournaments, I would not be any good at axe throwing. I'll have to find it. I have a video somewhere of the day that we put our first boards up at my venue and how I was throwing and all of the drops that I had. And then I have the one stick. So I'll have to find that video somewhere to share with everybody.
Everybody wants to watch that video.
Yes. I also have a video of before then throwing at Axe House St. Louis, the first time I ever went axe throwing a yellow handle fiberglass.
The Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight.
Yeah.
Yep. And yeah.
I feel like the only thing that those things are good for is that that game where you've like 50 axes and you're trying to throw it in. I can't think of what that cornhole.
Yeah, it's called cornhole.
Yeah.
Super fun. Actually, one of the most fun games that we can play.
Pure chaos.
Yeah, actually, I don't know like who invented it,
We
but
did
I
it.
played it
We
the
did
first
it at
time with John
Jackalope.
Bradley.
Was
Yeah,
it
we
at?
did it at Jackalope because John
Yeah.
Bradley was there. But I had played it once before at his venue in Utah before then. It's super fun. You just three of them have one colored tape, so you know whose is whose, and yeah, you just
Just trying
get
to
in teams of
smash
three,
that in.
or you can play 1v1. It's super fun. Highly recommend. But anyways, that's kind of what we're working on. We're hoping for August. Mike Morton, you got anything you want to say, or you want us to call you in? You trying to get in on this? You got anything you need to add?
Oh, I don't think I have a. I don't have a
Oh, I'll
three-person
just call him
screen.
on my phone and hold him up to the.
Okay. I was gonna say I don't have. I don't have
Go ahead, Mike. Let him know.
a three-person thing in this new setup.
Oh, it'll be fine.
Do you know
Yeah,
how to use Zoom though, Mike?
yeah. Oh, he
I'd be
definitely.
I'd be disappointed if you did not know how to use Zoom, based on your tech background.
I think honestly, the only person that doesn't know how to use it is Tommy.
Yeah.
But but yeah, that's really it for us. I mean, I think that was kind of the big thing
Tonight.
uh, for me. I mean, that was the thing that I had been most excited for people to kind of find out about.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
when you first messaged it in the group, I was like, I think this could be really good.
you know what?
Um,
It might be really good. It might also be really bad and only fun for like 20 people. And that's
nah, I mean
I'm
that is okay. Yeah,
I'm okay if 20 people have fun doing it and it's not very serious and they want us to continue to do it, then we can just continue to do it.
yeah.
It's okay.
I think it's gonna be good just for a creating relationships perspective.
Yeah, I think
Um,
I think the cool thing will be, hey, I'm throwing against this person, whoever it is, and they aren't currently planning to go to any tournaments, but come to find out they're free and available that weekend, and I don't have a duels partner, and oh, you're gonna go? Oh, well, maybe let me check my schedule. Maybe I can go too, and now we can both go to this tournament and meet each other for the first time and throw duels together. Or maybe we're not gonna throw duels together, but we're both just gonna now go to this same tournament,
yeah,
or even a marathon, or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be that, but I think that there's an opportunity that it could help tournaments grow. It could help people, get back into competing. And maybe if you're the person that, hey, I hate the new rules. I hate the outer bullseyes. I hate the 15 foot, whatever. Use the old rules. Play it. If 2023 rules is your jam, let's see
time.
some let's see some axes in the board. Our what I said earlier, where we can discuss the rules and figure it out and whatever. But I just want people to throw stuff against each other.
Mike, you can just give a thumbs up, and I assume the answer is yes. But I just want to confirm. Whenever I went into the back end that you sent the other day, and populated matches, um, it showed the social media ways to contact people. Is that still going to be set up in there so it'll be real easy for people to sign up, put their social media contacts in,
I think
and
it'll be set up based on however they fill out the form.
yeah,
I assume that's how they'll import,
you
and
can just thumbs up if you want to, Mike.
he's not gonna thumbs up you. You won't even be able to see it from Canada. Just imagine that he's holding his thumb up.
Yep, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was really cool. I kind of forgot that it did that. Like, I mean, in addition to, like I said, just creating relationships, you'll be able to, meet these people, find their social
I'm gonna give
medias, and
everybody my beeper number. They'll have to
hey,
get
pager.
beeper. Fax number. Yeah, fax me when you're ready.
I went into
Yeah,
my
take detox.
my t-shirt provider that's right down the street today, and she wasn't there when I got there. The normal lady I meet with, and her dad owns the company, but he walked into her office and was messing around with some things, and she got there, and I was like, "Oh, I think your dad was." She couldn't find something, and I was like, "Oh, I think your dad was messing around in here when before you got here," and And I was like, he was back over in that area, and she's like, oh, he was sending a fax. And I was like, what? Sending a
Nobody,
fax? Those
nobody does.
things don't work anymore.
Yeah, that just went into the air and
Scan to
never landed
scan to
anywhere.
email or something. My goodness, don't fax it.
Scan the email, yeah.
Yeah,
Nashville.
there you go.
Um, I had to put this hat on because my hair was all screwed up when I got on here.
It was a mess.
Yeah. Worse than my beard is.
I don't think that looks fine.
It'll be fine. Yeah, I think that was pretty much it though. I mean, I don't know how many people are still watching, but if there's anything people want to talk about,
We got
happy to.
14 viewers still.
You guys excited to find out who's going to be on the Ocho? I assume they're going to announce that very soon. I
Yeah,
definitely
I think they
don't.
said in the council that it was gonna be I think tomorrow. So
Todd, I have a shirt of yours,
perfect.
and I keep forgetting to take it. I could have shipped it at this point, but every time I think about shipping it, I'm like, oh, I'm about to see Joe. I'll just take it and give it to Joe. So,
I thought you did do that in Denver, but then I think you just said you
oh, I
should
forgot
have
again,
brought it.
didn't you? So Todd, I apologize if that was if like you've had to go shirtless because of me. My apologies, but I will give you your shirt. I have it. It has your name on it, not like on the shirt, obviously, but on a post-it note, and you'll get it sometime, probably.
Just bring it with you to ThrOhio. We will find somebody that's going from that area. Is
Well,
John gonna be at ThrOhio?
just my guess, people who haven't actually completed a Big X or Knife League probably won't be considered, huh? I honestly don't know how they pick people. I have no idea. So
Oh,
couldn't tell you,
oh,
Devon.
you're referring to the Ocho.
Yeah,
I
he's
thought
talking about the show.
I thought you were talking about
I
the
cannot tell
virtual
you
league.
how that pick went, but I will
Find
say
out
that I
tomorrow.
think all of the people that have been invited have already been contacted. So if you didn't get contacted, unfortunately, unless somebody backs out, maybe you're like, next on the list. I don't know.
Yeah, I know they had a record number of. I mean, I guess it's record number of applicants. They had a
Uh,
massive amount of applicants. I think it was a couple
do
hundred
you think
people.
it was like around 767 people?
No, I think it was like 300 and something people.
See, now that's just crazy. 767 people could fill out the survey, but only 300 of them wanted to throw on TV. Seems suspect. I don't know. I'm just saying the numbers don't add up.
Yeah. What? Who's going
We
through Ohio?
what?
Who's going through Ohio?
I'm going.
Me too.
Joe Devine's going.
Joe Devine going.
Tyler Quinn's going. Oh, yeah.
Yosh,
Shit.
you're gonna have to go back and rewatch.
Hold on. Yes, yes, Devontae. Some are going to be in Canada. Who's going to be in Canada and why?
That's during the Ocho, I think. She's talking about because Live Edge's tournament is that weekend.
Oh, that's where the 300 person difference is. 300 people are going to be in Canada.
Yeah.
Dang, maybe I should go to that. I think the flights were just so expensive.
They were very expensive. Like the
Is
cheapest I found
anybody,
was like 900, and that
is
was like
anybody driving?
that was flying to like the Dakotas and then driving from there.
You would love to, but too late, I guess. John, if you're talking about you're too late to go to Ohio, you're wrong, bud. You can sign up all the way up until tomorrow night at 11:59.
That's right, 11:59 p.m.
Mike, if I fly to the border, can you come pick me up and then take me?
Yes, we are.
Aaron,
He is.
SoCal. Okay, wait, Heidi. Can I ride in your car and sleep in your tent?
You got to get to Iowa.
Okay, 3-day drive from Mike. That's not ideal.
Jesus.
Not ideal. Mike, why did you guys make Canada so big? Oh, mistake. Um,
Hang on, you forgot the SoCal ThrOhio. You started to make a comment and
yeah.
then changed.
All right, Aaron. I gotta reason with you here. I need to know a little bit more about what's gonna happen if a lot of people don't sign up. But we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
I do want to go, but I'm just weighing the possibility because originally I was all in, and then I read closer on the sign up page and noticed that there needed to be 100 people sign up to reach that goal, and that unfortunately I don't think will happen.
We will
So
have Ryan
yeah,
address that.
I need a little more info on that, but I am
What we do
interested.
is I'll fix a third person screen, and we'll get we'll fix a 4-person screen. We'll get Ryan and the dude from the Throwdown, Spencer McKenzie's Throwdown, to come on,
Yeah, we can have one.
and they can talk to the axe throwing world um,
Yeah,
about getting
Neil.
people to sign up and how cool the
Yeah,
event's
Neil,
going to be.
just let me know. I'm all ears. I'm not saying no. Just don't think that. But
Aaron,
back to Heidi, because this
Aaron,
is important for me.
do you think you might be able to find like a house that's for sale that you might be able to like get us to
Yeah,
like
could you
stay in for the
could
weekend?
you yeah, maybe you could get a new listing, but like needs to wait like a couple of weeks to get put on the market, and then we could just like
We'll even throw in like we'll clean the house for them for
that
it
could
to
be
be for sale, and we'll sleep on the floors.
all right, but real quick, Heidi, what day are you leaving and where would I need to fly into? Des Moines? Because I can sleep in a bunk bed. I'm not scared. So I'm gonna message you after because it would be cool to go to Canada.
Yeah, I
And
really
you might
wanted
have
to
been
go to that
kidding when
too.
you just offered me to sleep in a bunk bed, but I might take you up on it. So
You'd have to go probably bottom bunk though. I see most of the bunk beds that I've seen in some of these Airbnbs, they're awful like rickety on
yeah,
the
this
top.
isn't an Airbnb. This is a camper, though.
Oh, well that's fine.
Yeah, this is fine.
Oh, is that what they're doing? You guys are
They said
doing you're hauling
they're
your
driving.
camper, or is it an RV that you're driving? Because that was fun. That's what we should have did. We should just flew to the
Let's
Dakotas, or
rent it.
flew to Minnesota, got in the RV and drove like we did the last time.
I would say we still could, but
It's expensive.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But yeah, expensive. Um, all right, I'm checking right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just see how much it costs to fly to Des Moines. What weekend is that?
That's the second, but
Second of.
they're probably leaving a lot earlier than that. They're probably leaving like Monday.
Yeah, Heidi. What day do I need to fly to Des Moines?
Probably like the 25th. The
Of
28th, yeah, so Sunday.
28th of what?
This
July.
month, July.
Oh, okay. All right, and then let's just worry about getting there for now. We'll figure out getting home later. Done. Maybe I can afford to fly from Canada. Okay, not
Me
bad.
taking my trip for August. The August is the SoCal ThrOhio. It's my birthday weekend.
Yeah. Yosh. All right. All right. 193. Do you think you can wait till 11 a.m., Heidi? I mean, I guess I could come the 27th. That's a whole week before.
Yeah,
You
that's
guys are
'cause-
you guys are gonna be tired of me after a week.
that's probably because it takes 4 days to drive there from Iowa.
Yeah. How long do we have to be in this camper?
Well, you have to be in the vehicle. You're not going to ride in the
Oh, that's
camper
true.
while they drive.
Well, yeah, but we have to sleep there every night.
Do they have like Walmarts and Cracker Barrels in Canada that you can pull into and sleep in?
They just have maple syrup stuff.
Neil's daughter. Yeah, that's right. Because Aaron was going out there. Where did you say they moved? Where your mom lives?
Sunday. Neil, there's one Sunday. Big X Sunday.
Is that right? That's where your mom lives. Is where his daughter moved?
What? Oh, mine?
Yeah.
Did she move to Gallatin? Yeah, I think they did say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Neil, I'll see you Sunday.
Maple syrup Kit Kats. There we go.
Oh my gosh. I have a lot of Kit
Hey,
Kats.
quick question. I saw this on TikTok. Saw this on TikTok the other day. Do you remember Kit Kats when it would have been when we were growing up? Because after seeing it, I was like, I do remember that. How they used to be wrapped in like aluminum foil, and they had the little slide-off wrapper.
No.
You don't remember that?
What?
Like the wrapper was like a sleeve that slid off, and it was like wrapped in like an aluminum foil type package. You don't remember that?
I don't think so. I'll be honest. I didn't even care for Kit Kats until I tried a Canadian one. I just want to be honest with everybody. Kit Kats were not my favorite candy by far.
Yeah, they were like. Let's see here.
24 hours, Heidi. That is way too long.
They were like oh gosh, I got a lot
Oh,
of things going on.
you know, now that I'm looking at that, that does look.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Whenever I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, I do remember like unwrapping them and stuff.
I don't
like
know
that.
if I remember eating one like that though. Trying to think. I think you're just messing with my brain now.
No, I think it ended in like the late '90s.
That sake one that you gave me? No, sir. You take those sake ones and you give them back to Rauchi and you let them take those home.
Yeah, he
Take
did.
them back
He
with,
existed in 1989.
yeah. But the
Heidi,
strawberry
yes, they
limit,
were like a Hershey bar.
yeah. That maybe I'm thinking of a Hershey bar because I don't know that
They
I
were
remember.
very much like the same style wrapper, and now they all use probably to produce less waste. They use one wrapper instead of multiple.
Oh, hey guys, my bedtime. I gotta go.
Yeah, that's what you said. I was gonna say we're 8 minutes past 10. You
Yeah.
said you were just gonna leave me on here.
Yep, I'm about to.
All
So,
right, so
Yoshi, the most important thing that you missed, virtual axe throwing league,
yep,
August.
go back
Coming.
and watch the whole thing, and you'll learn about the virtual axe throwing league.
Yep.
All right,
Coming soon.
guys. Lucas got to go to bed now, so we're gonna abruptly cut this short. Thanks for joining, and we'll try and do one faster the next time. So we'll see you guys next time.
Adios.